Hi everyone, so today I'm here with my review of Unravelling by Elizabeth Norris. So this story follows our main character Janelle Tenner, who is hit by a pickup truck and killed. But then Janelle feels herself coming back to life and she opens her eyes and sees someone standing over her, bringing her back to life. Now that's not the only strange thing going on in Janelle's world. Janelle's father is working on a very gruesome murder case that all the pictures have number countdowns on them, and Janelle realises that those two things sort of tied together, and if she can't stop what's going to happen, the world is going to end in 23 days. Now I apologise for that very bad synopsis, but I'm trying not to give too much away. I don't want to spoil anything because there's just so much going on in this book and too much that could spoil it that I'm trying very hard not to say a lot of things. So first of all, this was a gripping and thrilling novel that I just couldn't put down. As soon as Janelle was hit by that pickup truck and brought back to life, I knew this story was going to be very mysterious and very intriguing. And then of course there was the horrific deaths that her father was investigating and the whole countdown thing, so yeah, there was a lot to keep me interested with in this book. I loved Janelle straight away. She was a stubborn and strong character. She never backed down when she knew she was right, and she could go on and on until people caved and basically told her what she wanted to know. She was determined to find out who saved her and why they did it, and she was also determined to help her father figure out what was going on. Janelle's mother is bipolar, so Janelle has had to basically raise her brother on her own because her father basically pawned him off on her as well, so she's been forced to grow up quicker than she should have, so she's kind of angry at her father for that. And then we have Ben. I'm very intrigued by Ben. I did spend most of the book creating theories that were just completely wrong, and then we found out about Ben and found out his past, and it was very intriguing, much more interesting than what I came up with in my own head. So yeah, it was really good finding out about his life and what happened with him. I found myself being drawn to him, and I really did want him and Janelle to get together because he'd been in love with her for quite a while now and she just hadn't noticed him, so I was keeping my fingers crossed that Janelle would finally notice him. With the gruesome bodies and Ben's reveal, there was definitely a lot going on in this book, especially with the fact that the world was going to end in 23 days. Describing this with a spoiler is going to be very hard, but all I'm going to say is there's basically someone who's causing the world to collapse in itself because of something that they're doing that is a major part of this book. That was absolutely terrible, but I cannot go into any more detail without completely spoiling everything. The ending for this book was cruel and heartbreaking. I ended up crying a bit because after everything that's happened in this book, after everything that Janelle had been through, for both those things to happen basically on top of each other, that was it for my emotions. I just cried because of everything that's happened in this book, and I know that Janelle is going to be able to get through it though because she is a very strong character and I really admire her for that, but still, that ending was a killer. Overall, this was a fantastic book that had me hooked from the very start. It was mysterious, thrilling and extremely intriguing, and I loved every second of it. I ended up giving this book 4 out of 5 stars. So that was my review for Unravelling by Elizabeth Norris. I hope you guys enjoyed it and I will see you guys later. Bye everyone.